Hello everybody, welcome to my messy dining room table. I'm working on this and my boyfriend's over there doing his drawings, so table's full. I'm going to make a Christmas mannequin, and this is, well, I taped them up where they wouldn't get hung up. This is two waste baskets from Dollar Tree. I cut out the bottom and that and the top rim off of this one, and on this one I just cut out the bottom and I kept the top rim. And let me set this over here, and this is my model. I'm gonna make a get her down here, you can see her. I'm gonna make a paper mache copy of it, I'm thinking. And I'm gonna set her on this just to raise her up higher, because I'm wanting to make a paper mache copy of this, like in my last mannequin video, but then I want to add a little more length to it, like a dress, and then have the Christmas tree around it. So I had to make her a little bit taller. And okay, let me get these over if I can do it without knocking her down. Okay, and the one that doesn't have a bottom or a top goes up here to her waist, and I'm gonna line up these seams so that blue tape helps that show up. And then I've got to figure out how small her waist is. Let's see. Well, her hips has it stopped, so that ought to be good right there. And so I'm gonna use the colored tie, since it's temporary, and tie this off. And I'll attach the Christmas tree greenery to these cages. I better put another twist tie. Alright. Well, oh, she's falling. Let me raise the camera up a tad. Okay. And there's my temporary twist ties. Got it? And so I'm going to have to cut a seam through here that'll match with that seam. And then with this extra I've got up here, I can just kind of, you know, bend it and gather it. So I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. These are 10 snips. Probably ain't supposed to cut wire with them, but oh well. Hand me your safety glasses.
There's two pair up here. One's foggy and one's...
Yeah, this'll work. Okay, and I'm just gonna... let me turn it toward me a little bit. Stay. Okay. Hopefully I'm thinking okay, and this is what I want to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut down the middle of the blue tape for it to be even. I can't tell where my first cut was. Okay. It don't have to be perfect, because I'll have greenery bushing out around it. I've been wanting to make one of these a long time, and I got the idea to use these waste baskets from another lady's video. She made an entire mannequin with the baskets. So I'll put a link to her video in the description. And if there's anything I forgot to mention that I think you already know, I'll put it in the description also. So, yeah, these metal edges are fun. Hopefully it'll turn out pretty as I'm thinking it will. Okay. So now I can take these, whoa, she's falling off her jar there. And I'm hoping that that's the right height and she's not, you know, because try to picture where her knees would be and feet would stop. She might be of long tall Sally or something. I might not have judged right, but it'll be alright. Okay, and so there's that piece. Just chunk it aside. Oh goodness, she keeps falling. And this piece apparently is still connected somewhere. Or maybe a couple places. There's one more. I didn't get it. Alright. And then I've already kind of measured this before I started filming, so about 3 of these diamond shapes will cover this bottom basket. And so I'm gonna wire all that together, probably with these pipe cleaners I cut. I'll probably wish I used green, but that'll be alright. It could be like snow. And so I'll get this wired together. And let's see if, well, let me go ahead and see if I can work on her waist. I'll tie it back together. I'm just gonna, I just put like little darts. This stuff's pretty squishy. Looks like that made the front go down. Okay, that'll be pretty good. But my plan is she'll have a dress up here at the top and then a dress under her greenery, and it'll open up to show her dress. And keep working with this. Get her waist. Very good. But I didn't want to be this rough with my paper mache copy, so I'm using the original for a model. Okay, and now I'm gonna take the tape off and attach these 2 baskets together, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna put the greenery on there. Okay, what I've done now is I bought a couple of these that were bundled together at the thrift store. It's just maybe 3 foot tall tree, can't tell. And I thought it was garland when I bought it though. And this is one, I just chopped all the limbs off. And I put the different size limbs in a bag. These are the smaller ones. And I'm starting at the top. You can tell where I wired my baskets together, and this little gap won't matter because greenery will be covering it. And so what I'm doing now, well, I'll put one beside this one, is this is the end of the limb. So I'm going to try to remember to have it to the outside of. Messed up some and put the wrong end, but it won't matter. So I'm skipping 2 openings. Hopefully that'll be good enough, because I'm gonna paint a little bit of white on these. So I hope that'll be far enough apart, or close enough together, I mean. And so I'm bending down the inside pretty close, and then I just kind of pinch it right there, flip the end out a tad, and I'm doing that with the smaller pieces. I'm going to show you, let's see, what size is this? I marked it. Okay, this is the larger pieces. Well, that one, okay, I think I got some mixed up. But anyway, here's one of the longer ones, and it'll go down at the bottom somewhere where it'll flare out more. And I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough between those 2 trees, but I also got a old beat up looking wreath I can take apart and get some greenery off of it. And so I'll be putting all this on here. And then I didn't go all the way to the top because I figure I'll have a ribbon or something to cover up this edge. But I can always go back and add something if I can find something to match if it's too low. So I'll be busy with this for a little while, and then I'll get right back to you. I had put a good bit of these in, took them back out. You know, I was skipping, what was it, 2, and then I would go below and put them even, but I'm thinking staggering them might be better, but that'll leave bigger gaps, so I gotta figure out a way not to run out of greenery. And I've got this wreath, but you can tell the greenery's not as pretty. I might can work it in, you know, here and there, where I don't have a big blob of this bright green. And I was wanting to show you also, this was when I was getting my ideas, because I thought about doing the greenery on the inside and the fabric on the outside, and I didn't like the way that looked. And so I drew this one. I hope the other one was in the view. With the greenery on the outside, and maybe some greenery up here also, and then that'll be fabric if my plan works out. And so here's one. I just made a lot of notes. When I think about something I might want to remember. And what I want to do is bend it back at the bottom like that after I've attached the greenery. So the greenery, that's why I'm bending it and putting it inside also. But for now, I put them in, and the greenery on the inside is just flat, and I pinch the little tip right here where it's bent, pinch it together good, and if I want to flare it out, I hold that pinched and then kind of curl that out. That way it'll stay in place good. But on here, you know, I drew it with it puffed out, and then I made a note about not puffing it out on top and just letting it go down, and that would make it wider at the bottom. And I got a small house, but I'm going with that. Well, actually it'll be more straight down, I think. I don't know, but let's see. Okay, I'm not even gonna have a stand with this one. I wasn't thinking about that. So that note ain't any good. And place small birds here, like they're holding it open. I've got some birds. They ain't quite as small as I hoped. I'd got some, and I had got just wings. at a thrift store. And then I went to Dollar Tree and I seen some really pretty birds. They're not really small, but I think they'll work. They're really pretty. Let's see. And I was thinking maybe couldn't use the bird that way probably, but rolling it back instead of having the corner go out. I'll probably have the corner go out with the bird. Maybe greenery up here also. And I'm thinking about painting her body silver, and the material's white, and I've got a silver plastic round ornament to put up there. And I'm thinking, since she's going to be wearing white, maybe spraying the snow or painting on snow heavier on the inside. And when it's pulled back, it'll look more white inside on the greenery. And then the outside will be a darker green with lighter snow. I don't know. Just things I'm thinking about. And what I meant to do, I meant to get some of that ceiling paint, what do they call it? Popcorn ceiling. I meant to get some of that paint because I think that would make good fake snow, but I forgot, so I may end up getting some of that, but I don't know. What I'm thinking about doing, I got some of the little fake snow beads from Dollar Tree, little round styrofoam balls, tiny, and I'm thinking about mixing it with chalk paint. I'd have to get like white if I don't have any. Just mix it in there and paint it on the tips, and then just, you know, lightly paint some of the plain white on the greenery. Let's see, what other note? I think it's good to have notes, especially memory like mine. My boyfriend's in bed, in case you wonder why I'm talking low. Let's see, yeah, decorate in a way that'll enhance the fact that it's flipped open at the bottom, like I said, making it a little bit wider inside or outside, but for some reason I marked out outside. I didn't like that idea. Let's see. Okay, or, you know, the way I decorate it, if they're going straight down, you know, then that, if the decorations, say some ribbon or something's going straight down, and then I flip this open, then the ribbon would be going that way, so, you know, that would show that it's flipped open good. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to start alternating, and hopefully I don't run out of greeny. Oh man, because it'd be hard to match it, and I like that one because it's got the brown mixed in with it, but I'm going to mix in some of the other with it, even though I don't really want to, but that's better than running out, I guess. Okay, I'll get back with you. Okay, I've got this much done so far. Let's see if I can zoom back a little bit. And I've got this folded back, and I was going to put a bird here to be holding it back. And I'm not really sure if I like that side or this side better. And when I put these on, I had like short, medium, and long pieces because it was cut off of a tree, 2 trees. So I put the short ones up here, and then the medium in the middle, and then the long ones on the bottom. And over here, I had already put the long ones on that side, so I had to take them off and put them on the part that'll show when it's flipped back. And that's why I was thinking about, like in my little sketch I told you, thinking about heavier fake snow on the inside or outside to, you know, differentiate which is which. We can tell that it's pulled back. So that's what I've done, and I'm running out of greenery. So I'll figure something out. We've got the limbs on, and this will be closed better. I just put this placemat here. That's the same kind of material I'm going to use, but that's just to give me an idea. And I got it kind of, you can't really tell it's folded out, but I'm not quite sure I like these long limbs. I'm still looking at it, figuring it out. And at the top, I took the bottom of the wastebasket and I cut this shape, kind of like a fan. And I put these limbs on it. I gotta glue these at the very, very top. And, oh well, there's one laying over here. It ain't glued in yet. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that. If I can get them staying there long enough. Okay, is it gonna show? I'll have that back there. And I'm thinking that I'm wanting to put like fake snow. Maybe have the inside more or less snow color. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Afraid I'll mess up. But I was wanting a bird to put on each side. Kind of like it's, you know, pulling the dress open, and then she'll have this white dress going all the way down, because I got the table runner at Dollar Tree to do her dress. This is just a placemat. But I found these really pretty birds, but they don't really look like they're flying. And the birds were from Dollar Tree, but these birds were from the thrift store. I'd have to paint them silver, because I'm going to do it mostly in white and silver. But I think they look pretty good. I'm not sure, because here's the other one. I got 3. You know, it'd be like one on each side, if you can see. Oh. And let's see, what else was I going to talk about? I guess that's about it so far, but I'm still undecided on this. I don't know, maybe it'll look better when I get it done, but this will be, you know, pull 2 more. And oh man, I got eat up with that stuff. Like I ran through a forest or something. And if I do put some snow, I see some white there, but I get the decorations on. That white won't be so obvious. I'll use probably chalk paint and maybe put some of those little tiny snow beads. You can get a packet, I think at the floral department at Dollar Tree. Mix some of them with some chalk paint and maybe some glue. I don't know where it'd stay on. And put it kind of heavy on the tips, and then maybe just a brush with some chalk paint on the rest. But I'm really kind of scared to try it, because I'm pretty much, well, I got a tad of greenery left. The bright greenery, I got a tad of it left I could practice on maybe. But I made this out of the bright greenery. It don't really match that one, but that's okay. That'll be fine, but I think that sets it off really nice. And I was talking about making a paper mache copy of this like I did, you know, last time. But I'm thinking it's so close to Christmas. And I was going to have the body silver. I may just paint this one and, you know, make the dress for it. And, you know, I could always put it on another one later. And then that way I can still use this one to make my paper mache ones. And I'm also thinking about later, let me see if I can show you. Cutting along these lines and trying to pour a mold of it, but what do you call that stuff? The white kind you pour. I can't remember the name of it. I mean, you draw it, it busts to pieces. And I got some Bondo powder the other day. I've never tried. I might try that one day, but not for this project. And there's the Durham's water putty. It's pretty hard, but I'm not sure I'd use it, you know, in the future to make a copy of one. But seems like there's something else I was wanting to mention also. Oh, well, I'll show you what the back looks like. Most of the long limbs are right here in the front. And let's see, I started, so you can see some white places, but I'll try to cover them and try to disguise it with decorations. I was limited on my greenery. But let's see. There's what the bottom looks like. And the very back. Okay, let me tilt this back up if I can. And with this, let me take these loose ones out. I haven't, this will be the back side. Okay, what I was saying before my memory card got full was, you know, I talked about putting that up there. And so I'll have to attach it back here somehow. So anyway, set her aside. Okay, and I've got the skirt off of her. Tilt this down a little bit. Alright. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay, and I kept trying different things last night. And here's some lights I got at the thrift store, 50 cents. And they will, it's enough of them to go from here to here to here. And I don't need it behind her back. So I'm going to put them in there. And then I'm thinking about maybe 2 or 3 layers of this stuff. I don't know how much. But I'll do it in long strips. Oh, my camera moved. Okay, I'll do it in long strips. And that'll be like the inside of her tree dress. And I'll put it, you know, all the way across. And the lights will be under this. And also, I've been experimenting with snow. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna, don't touch the camera. My grandson trying to be cameraman. This is the, will you get me that pack of snow beads? Now he's my assistant. I put this and Elmer's glue and a little water and mixed it up, and I use this it's a really stiff brush. It comes with some hair color, and I put this, I kind of painted the greenery. Ah, why does my camera keep doing that? Let me turn the whole stand. That might solve the problem. And so I brushed some of the paint on the greenery, and then I kind of blobbed it on the ends. And with this one, I just mostly blobbed it. I'm trying to decide which I like better. I'm thinking I like this better, if any. And then on the back, I thought, well, I'll try just blobbing paint, and I don't like that at all. And then I left the paint out and just done the beads and the glue with a little water, and that looks pretty good. But I'm not wild about the way the beads look, but from a distance it looks pretty real that way without the paint in it. So I don't know, I'm still trying to decide on that. So I'll go ahead and do those steps, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, I've put the lights on the dress, and I took some of the greenery off the top because I had it run through and coming out this side and folding it down, but I want her waist as small as I can get it. So I took them out, and I'm going to glue them just to the outside of this metal. And now, if I can find where I was working at. There it is. Oh gosh, this stuff catches everything. Okay. I measured out some of this tulle, I guess you call it. And I measured it to be you know, her dress is supposed to be flaring out, so I measured it from here to here. You know, as I measured, I squished it down, not straight across. And I made it the width of 2 of the dresses at the widest part. And now, let's see if I can get my needle out. I've already jabbed myself and had to put on a band-aid. And you may know how to gather fabric, but let's see. Let me zoom it in if I can. I have to hold my stuff lower. It doesn't have to be neat, thank goodness. But and if your ends don't meet up even, see, I had to go back and like scunch one back a little bit. But since it's gathered and it's just for a mannequin, it's not important. Okay, so I'm just putting my needle in and out. And then I'll pull it. Oh, my needle's trying to come unthreaded. Okay. And then, well, I need her over here, I guess. Turn that around. Stay. Okay, let me zoom in this way. Measure with her waist. Let me find this end. So I just tied my thread here when I started. And so on it about like that. I see I don't have it gathered there, but it don't matter. I can adjust the little ruffles or pleats, whatever you call it, later. So now I'm just gonna make sure I'm in here. Run my needle back through. Oh, ooh, I lost my thread. Run it through that loop. Cool. Well, I got my double thread hung. Let's see if I can get it out. And I just used a single thread for this. If you use a, oh, it's hung. If you use 2 threads, well, anyway, I'll just go from here. If you use 2 threads, though, it'll tangle up a lot, especially with this stuff. It snags bad. So I've got my loop on the opposite side of my needle. I'll run my needle in, even though I'm doing 2 threads now that it got hung. And there's my loop. I'll run my needle in. Kind of messy work, but as long as it holds up, that's all I care about. If I was making a dress, I'd be fired. If I was making a dress for a person. Anyway, that ought to be good. Cut the thread. Okay, and I'll show you now what it's going to look like. Let me move her. See, I've got my little gathers now. I'm squinch it around like you do a curtain on a curtain rod. And I'll probably put most of the bunching around the front. I ain't sure yet. But you probably noticed I'm constantly changing my mind on how I'm going to do this. But that's alright. Okay. My poor table. I've had this on here for days. But anyway, I'll have this in here, and I'll probably have it below the waist a little bit, but I don't know, because these edges will have to, maybe I won't. So I'll have that in there, and most of the folds to the outside. Now let me see if I can find the end. There's the end. And it'll come all the way out. I'll just roll the, raw edge under. Let me lay her in it. mean, I'm not going to spend the time to get exact looking right now. But I'll, you know, I want it to be a dress that the little birdies are opening. So the inside fabric will go about here maybe. I don't know, because then, you know, my decorations ain't going to show good. So, you know, I may can this idea. I don't know. And then my idea was to put like one layer of this sparkly stuff. Just either glue it or sew it to the tool. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong probably. Just to give it some sparkle, you know, just put some rosette inside. And I think I got it at Walmart. I have the plastic bag it came in, but it's buried. And, you know, I may not go that far out. I may, you know, do it more like this, where some of the greenery shows from the front. I'm just not sure, but I'm just letting you see the steps I'm taking. Okay, I've just want to give you an idea what it'll look like. And that's magic marker. That's not where I cut my finger. I was just marking where I wanted my tie to be on the metal and the tie, where I can put it back and have it in the same spot. But when I'm finished, I want the greenery, you know, not that poking out, but the greenery at the top, and maybe this closed a little more. I ain't sure yet. And so that'll give you an idea with that in there. I'm kind of wondering, let me try this. It's just propped in there. I gotta attach it if I use it. I'm wondering how it will look. Just do this, since it's more see-through. It's a little bit too see-through, because I want it to definitely, you know, be obvious it's a dress. So even if I double that, it's pretty see-through. Of course, I can make that a single layer. I mean, what do I do with that stuff? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I just have to experiment as I go. Okay, so if I made it a single layer of this stuff I gathered, we'll see how that'll look. Get that out of the way. Just where you can get ideas, see what you prefer also. And I'm thinking I should have done a single layer. That's alright, that's what scissors are for. And then, one layer of this. You can learn from my mistakes, unless you prefer. I mean, that looks pretty, it's just, I don't know. I may want it more white inside, and I may want it more see-through, because I was planning on, you know, decorating the outside and inside also like a Christmas tree. And with that doubled, it won't show up. So, that's what a single layer would look like. So decorations would show and give the effect of a dress. A dress liner maybe inside. So I don't know. I'll be thinking about it. And I'm still thinking on this stuff. I think where I just use glue and water from a distance, it looks more real. I'm not wild about all these little balls up close. The light's not good right there. But where, you know, there's just a few of them, it looks pretty good. I just wonder if they would yellow over time, you know, fall off all over the house. So like right there you can see the little blobs. Looks pretty real right there. So I don't know. share that with you too. But I've got a lot of pretty decorations. Oh, let me show you this. I got this at a thrift store, and I love the design on it. And I haven't painted yet because I want to make sure I use the right paint. And my battery's getting low. But that'll be her stand. I just wanted to share that with you. So, let me charge my battery. Okay, I took the tool and I wired it in, like right here, and in the very back. And then I took hot glue and just kind of glued this stuff to it. And, I just put a few strips of this. And I may have to attach it a little at the bottom, I ain't sure. I don't want hot glue showing really. And I was getting ready to paint her silver. And then I realized if I was going to make a... Okay, I guess battery was dead after all. Okay, as I was saying, I was going to paint her. And I realized I needed to make a pattern. I've seen people on YouTube make patterns with tape. And then I think they cut it in 4 sections to get it off. And I have made... this is the bottom. And I just cut down the sides to get the pattern off. And this is the back side. And now I'm going to let me get my reading glasses on. I wonder where my little screwdriver went. I need something to kind of drag along or I do. where I cut with a razor, drag something across there, because if I don't, it seems like the tape, wants to fill up separately. So we'll try this. See, it's filling up separately. So I just went back and grabbed it. Dragging that along helped. And see, that one's coming up separately. There may be an easier way. They made it look easy in their videos. But it could be because I didn't use masking tape. They used masking tape. And, well, I tried masking tape, but I don't know if ours was old or what, but it just kept tearing. So I just got a different kind of tape. Okay. And I probably won't sew. I'll probably use fabric glue or something, or even hot glue to make the dress, because my sewing machine is kind of buried. Well, actually I got 2, but one of them, it's a really old one, and it needs new cords. Okay, so I've got it going over here. Now I've got to come to the top. Seems to do better where I put the duct tape on top of the blue tape. It's that painter's tape. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, I haven't dragged anything along the edge of this. I was using a little tiny, like, eyeglass screwdriver. But I think it's in the other room. So I'm just I'm kind of messing up my tape, but it's alright. It'll be alright. And I drew the pattern I want, because you take all this off and then, like, I don't know if I want it more pointed at the top or if I want to use the rounded shape, but I'll cut along that line, and then I'll cut the fabric, you know, a little larger than that where I can fold down the edge. Okay, so let's do this edge. I see it separating there. Okay, so we got that lifted up. Yeah, I had to leave yesterday to go get my thyroid prescription refilled, and I'm so sleepy and tired lately. And I didn't know, once you start thyroid medicine, you don't want to miss doses. You don't want to run out, because your thyroid, you know, it's not putting out what it has to normally because you are on the medication. So if you skip it or quit taking it, you know, you're not getting any of that, and it can take, I think they said, weeks or even months for your thyroid to start putting out the amount that it was putting out, which in my case would be low to begin with. And so you kind of crash, which I did. Affected my mood and everything. And not only that, you can get liver damage, heart damage. I mean, it's a serious thing. So she kind of had to get on me. So now I'm setting my alarm to take it. You know, I have my water by the bed. I wake up, take it, go back to sleep. Because you can't take it when you eat or anything. So I figure that way I ain't got to worry about that. So anyway, okay. Almost. Yeah, maybe I should have got new masking tape. I live a good ways from town, so I don't run town unless I just have to. And what I'm thinking, I might keep this whole pattern and then just trace on this where I don't have to tear this up, because I might want to make different shapes than this. You know, and I can have this as a pattern that goes all the way up to her neck. You know, I don't know. Just thinking out loud. And you can see where I started with the masking tape. It kept tearing, but yeah, the blue tape is just not good for this, I don't believe. But if I'd have put duct tape directly against her, I'd have never got it off. Okay, and I wrote the word front. And I guess if you're going to cut down the middle, you'd like right, front, right, and front, left. So we got that. And I didn't put a lot of duct tape on the back, so that'll be fun. Separating again. And if you're like, if it's in a curve and you're afraid you won't be able to find your space, like if you want to fix it, take a pen or a marker and draw a line where it's separating, and that way you'll know to match up your line to go back and fix it with some tape if you're not going to do it right then. I did that somewhere on the bottom. There's some not wanting to come up, so I'll start up here. And for me, this is as much fun as it looks. You know, it wouldn't be that bad, except I'm wanting to get it done before Christmas, and time's ticking. I got things I need to do, but oh well. Alright. And so now, let's see, I'm going to paint her. She'll have on a white dress. Let me see if I can raise this up a little. She'll have on a white dress, and I'm going to paint the top silver. I'm thinking that's the color I want to go with. And let's see if there's anything else I need to mention. And I'll probably paint her silver. Well, I'll probably show you how I glue the limbs I took off. I'll show you how I glue them on, and I got to figure out a way to cover this edge. Oh goodness, with some of the fabric, I think. I'm not sure. But anywho, that's all for now. Okay, I got the mannequin body painted silver. I used this paint, and it is chrome, I think that's what it says somewhere. Well, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what he used. And the lid was very hard to get off, and I ended up whacking it against a tree to get it off. And the button went flying, but I found it and put it back on. And so I painted the birds. That's old gold birds I had. And I was going to show you, I found this. This is what this glittery tool come in. And it was probably from Walmart. I don't remember. And with the tape pattern I had on her, I put cornstarch on the back so it wouldn't be so sticky. And I started trying to stick tissue paper to it, and that helps some, but the cornstarch really seems to help. But for now, what happened to my focus? Okay. For now, what I'm doing is I'm just getting a little bit of paint on my brush, and I'll probably start. I did the back already. I'm going to go around the edges some. It doesn't have to be really neat. Sorry about that. And I'm just going to brush on it to get the detail with some white. Well, kind of white. I'd like to have one that's a little whiter, but this is what I've got. And so the silver still shows. I was going to paint them all white, and that's why the back's already done. I'd put a layer of the white on the back, and I noticed while I was brushing how the gold would show through, and I thought, well, I'll paint them silver and then brush over it with the white. So that's what I'm doing now. And you know, I just barely put any, you know what I'm thinking? I was going to have the bird pulling back the skirt with its beak, but I think I'll have it to look like it's using its feet. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but I didn't. Just gonna do this to all of them. I'll do a little bit more. And notice my poor tablecloth. I took my tablecloth off, took it outside and shook it. There's so much on it. Hopefully I can get the glitter washed out of it. And so now I just got the table, and I put some that wax paper on it because I don't, you know, any wires that might be on that to scratch it while I'm moving it around. But that's what I'm doing. Just I'm not poking the brush down hard, and that way it just hits the high spots. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And let's see, what will my next step be after this? I'm not even sure. But I'm thinking, you know, this, well, you can't see it, but that metal that I've hooked all that greenery to, I'm afraid it's gonna scratch paint off of my mannequin. So I may, while I'm fidgeting with it, trying to get it, you know, around her waist right and everything, I may have plastic wrap wrapped around her, and hopefully that'll keep it from getting scratched up. We won't have to touch up the silver paint on her. Okay, well, there's the fingerprint. Let's see. Okay. So, but I'm not going to do her this way. Just the birds. I guess that's, what is that, doves? I don't know. But, yeah, I was wanting to use my Dollar Tree birds because they're prettier, but these look more like they're actually flying. So that's why I'm going to use these. Let's see what's silver on that one. Okay, let's figure out what to do next. Okay, plan B on the dress. There'll probably be a plan C and D also. The pattern is just driving me crazy. I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted. So I put the point of the table runner up here, and then I gathered the fabric around and taped it, and then where it made wrinkles I made like a little dart, and I used the glue gun. And so I'm going to show you. I don't know what this, well, notice my paint come off. I got to repaint it. So I'll show you over here what I'm going to do. And since it's going to be in a Christmas tree, I probably won't even put fabric on the back. You know, I was wanting a long gown that flared at the bottom, but I'm trying to make it simpler now. And I had trouble with my pattern. So I'll probably leave this open, and we'll see what we do from there. But anyway, let me show you how I did this with the glue gun. Let me try to focus in. Or zoom in. Oh, that's slow. Okay. Whoa. So we kind of got a little pleat here. And all this bunching won't matter because I'm going to pull the Christmas tree skirt around where all this bunching is. Thank goodness. Okay, let me clean it off better this time. Last time I was getting glue where I didn't want it because it's all over the out. I think I tore it up when I was burning a hole in some plastic with it and put too much pressure, and now the glue comes out around it. But okay, so I'm gonna peel this back and just put some glue along through here, and if I take too long and it starts to harden, I'll just run the hot thing back over it without pulling the trigger. And then I don't like to use a hot gun on camera because I might say words I shouldn't say. I'm all the time burning myself with it. Okay, now I'll kind of use my fingernail to get a crisper line. I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna make mannequins, I got to figure out how to get a pattern to work. But now I can lift this tape, and it's glued to there. And so I'll just flip this back. Well, now if it was a mannequin I was going to leave in it, I could probably just glue all this to her. But it's not. Okay. So let that squish down. And then And I'll go on around the back. I'm just afraid to take this tape off right now. Well, let's see. Well, I might not go on around the back. I'm thinking, if I have my supplies, I'll go ahead and do it. I can glue or poke a hole in it and do the same thing to that side, and that way I can attach it back here. Let's see. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I decided to glue some of these pipe cleaners to it. So just put my glue down. Ow. Ow. See what I mean? This whole time burning myself. Okay. I don't know if it's a high temp or a low temp, what it is. I just hope that'll stay good. I'll pile some more glue on it here in a little bit. I just want to, oh goodness, I want to make sure that the dress is tight enough. Okay. So let me slide it down a little bit. Well, one thing, I don't have my reading glasses on. I just glued my finger. Okay. Seems like it takes forever for it to dry. Yeah, I'll probably wake up with a headache because you can still smell that painting when it's dry. Now I gotta paint it again. The painter's tape. Pulled it off. Of course, this is slick plastic. It's probably not dry enough to tie. Because I'm curious to see what that little point in the front is going to do. Let's just, maybe. Okay, loosely tight. Now, let's see. Well, okay, let me raise it up. And then, if this little flap wants to fall everywhere, I'll just have to figure out what to do from there. I've never done this before, so. Okay. Let's see. Well, you know, I could put, if I have to, I could put a little dab of glue back there. And as slick as that is, it'll pull right off when I want it to come off. And then when I make a mannequin to put in it, you know, I can really glue it down. But that's her for now. And then I'm gonna, what my next step will be. Well, my next step is to repaint her. And I'll probably just glue this helm up. Get a lot of burn injuries. And let's see where to go from there. Okay, plan C. I glued feathers on the bottom instead of hemming it. And right there, I put in a little dart. I glued it just to make that taper more. And on the back where the feathers are, Let's see if I can get it. There's that little loop that's built into the boa. Is that what you call it? And so that way I can just slip this in. It stays pretty good. However tight I need it. And so now I gotta do this side. Whoa. Okay. Let me zoom it in. Okay. So I want this pretty snug, so I get it snug as I want it at the bottom. And then I've got all this extra material. And I will, well, there we go. The stand that keeps moving. Okay. Maybe. I want it down on this side. I guess I need to go down on this side also. But I need to make sure my front's not poking out when I do this. So let me try it again. Okay. Tape. Tape it. Put my dredgy glue gun. I want my hand in the way. There's not much there, is it? A little glue there. Because this will be, you know, a bunch of tree will be over it, so it don't have to be, matter of fact, I'm just going to use that to push it down. It'll be hidden. That's what I'm trying to think of. And then when that dries, I'll take that tape off. And, let's see, let me see that. So you can see what she looks like. Yeah, I think that'll look cute with that in there. I don't know if it'll show really, but... And I may, more than likely, add another row of feathers. Well, look at our lovely mannequin. She's all dressed up and nowhere to go. I think I need to tilt this a little more. There we go. And up here, I used this double-sided tape to hold that up. It doesn't seem sticky enough. I might have to put some hot glue, but I don't know if any dresses are made that way in real life at the top, but now they are. It's just simpler that way. But I think she looks pretty good. And this will be covered up by the dress. I didn't put enough glue far enough out, and it's kind of puffing up there. But I think she looks really good. And now, on the skirt, when I put it on her, I noticed that this sticks out from her body. So I marked it with a black marker where it starts touching her body. And so I'm going to use my thin snips, which I don't have handy, to cut that. And I'm probably going to run some hot glue around the edge so that it won't be so scratchy. This would have been a lot easier, I think, if I just went ahead and made a copy of a mannequin. That way I could just, everything be permanently attached. And like the way I'm doing it, that's the back side of her. You know, I would have glued it down on a permanent mannequin, but I want to keep this in to play with. And she got her new paint job, so she's styling and profiling. So let me get this metal cut and put some hot glue or some tape or something over that, And I don't want to snag her material now when I'm putting this on, so I got to figure out something to protect it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've put some hot glue around this wire, hoping it won't snag the material. I'm going to try to get it on here. I had to hot glue this little point on her top of her dress because that tape was already letting it pop off. It hasn't flapped open, but I figure over time it would, so I don't want a topless one at Christmas in the living room or wherever. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I got a small house. But I figured I'd let you watch me struggle trying to get this on her. And I really need somebody here helping me. But I'll try it. It's making her fabric gather in the front. Maybe I should have taped it back there in the back. And I kind of bent these edges out. So that might help with the... I can't remember how... I had it kind of low. Okay. So I'm going to twist these together. These green ties came off of that... Ow! I got stabbed. They came off of the wreath I took apart. Okay. Oh! Tried to snag it. It's pulling on the top of the dress also. Let's see. Okay. I want to squeeze it together pretty good here. And see, also, if this was the permanent mannequin, I'll just glue the greenery outside here. But I'm going to, right here, it'll probably stick to the dress and all, but worry about that next year. Okay, let's see if I can get some of that pressure off her. Oh, it's a little bit crooked. That's gonna be fun. Trying to get it centered without twisting her dress. I think I'm gonna have to undo it and start over. I wonder if I can just undo that one. Wow, I don't want to turn. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. There. Okay, about like that. Close enough to the center for me. How about you? Which way was I winding at? Okay. Now I'll fold these back inward. It's still a little off center, but I'll deal with that later. You know what I meant to do? I meant to put the lights that are going to be shown from the outside under her skirt and poke them through. So let me struggle with that off camera, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, I don't remember what I've done. I put the greenery on top. I'm just going to tilt the whole camera stand back. So put the greenery on top, put some lights in it, and put this little ornament. It's glass. I wish it was plastic. And well, I glued one of the birds to her. I don't know if you can see that. And I started just putting branches around. I'm really limited. And, you know, I was going to glue them, but it'd stick to her dress, so next year I'm going to have to glue all this when I get it on a permanent mannequin. And so I'll show you, if you can see up there. I just hot glued the fencing, or well, the wastebasket stuff to her back, but right there I knew I'd be gluing it, so I used some of that chalk paint there and then painted the silver over it. I figured it might stick better that way. And so now I'll show you on this side how I'm doing the branches. Oh no, that's the ones I'm saving. Oh, there's my branches. I had saved some for the very front to disguise all that. And I'm mainly worried about the front, so I'll start there. I'm just going to run this end in on one of those openings. And I should have, I'm going to curve it because her body's curved. Run that branch in and have it kind of sitting on top of this wire. And I'll probably, I think I ran the end in over there. If somebody breathes, it might come off, but it'll do for this year. It's what is today, the 12th? So, yeah. Let's see. Well, I got the wrong branch. That's on my pile I'm saving. Okay, I'm curving this one. I'll shove it in there somewhere. Let me get my reading glasses on. I always forget about that. I always had better than perfect vision. And then I got older. So, you know what? I may just shove it down toward the back. Okay. I also found a low temp glue gun because I ran out of glue sticks. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then I'm going to do this one the same way, even though it ain't at the very top. And any of this white that shows, I don't think will matter because I'm going to have white and silver decorations on it. It's falling apart for him. Yeah, I'm going to have to secure that one in there better. Okay, I cut the camera off to fight with that. And like this one. It's just propped in there, but it'll do. For now, for this year. And I gotta disguise this top. I may run one down this way. Just fold it down. No, I didn't save as many. How much? Oh, there's some. Thank goodness. And then there's a little piece that I call it fencing, but wastebasket. Run it down in it and then fold the limb down. Hide all my green ties. Maybe up here. Fold one down. Oh, I got some green showing there. Let me see if I can put this behind that. I don't want to tear up my dress. Okay. Put this one here behind that wire. Run it down. I've still got a blob of green ties. Okay, this may be one of those that just kind of stays propped in for this year. Okay, I might run that one in. The less to fall out. When somebody walks by, the better. And there's one that's propped in. I think I might mark it in. There we go. And I got a little bit, just a little bulky here in the front. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's my propped in one, ain't it? Okay. And I guess that ought to be good. I'm on the decorator and cut the lights on, and then I'll get right back. Well, first I'm gonna eat. Okay, well I got her done and put on my fake fireplace, and she is ready. She's a showgirl. That's what she looks like. And there's just a few little things up at the bottom. I got those little square cubes at a thrift store, really cheap. And there's a little bird holding her skirt back. And there's the feathers. The glitter gets in there and makes feathers look dirty. And I had this big pointed necklace, triangle shaped necklace. I had it around her neck, but it's stiff and it just stuck out really funny, so I just added it around her waist with that other necklace. I got both of them at thrift stores. And since I have it in front of a mirror, I might have to do something with the back. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, and I'll show you what she looks like with the light on. Okay, here she is with the lights on in the room. I think it turned out very pretty. But she's a showgirl or something. She reminds me of something. And the little birds I put up here a little over the top, but I don't know. I'll put them anyway. I just like those birds. I thought they were pretty. You can see her jewels. And her other birdie. And the silver decorations, like that one. And there's one over here on this side. And those little things, they were on that wreath I took apart. And I stuck some of the snowflakes on there. I didn't glue them, so they'll fall off. Let's see if we can see. Well, let's look inside. Looks pretty in there. Okay, and I'll show you what I was trying to show you in the mirror. Well, it's still not going to focus in good on that, I don't believe. But I got wires going up her back, and I've got where I glued the wastebasket stuff to her. And I didn't decorate the back really. But I wasn't planning on putting it in front of the mirror, but I don't really have room anywhere else. So I think she turned out beautiful. Let me know what you think, and let me know. I'm wondering if you think she'd look better without the top greenery. Just let me know what you think. Anything you'd have done different, or if you'd have left the birds at the top piece. But thanks for watching, and please hit like and subscribe.